Hey guys, yes, we are live. Hi Chillie, hi Justin, Mr. Bucket List. How are you guys?
Just wonderful, Pete.
Doing
I'm,
good, Pete.
I'm, I'm so excited from the cruise that we just finished and
Mm-hmm.
excited for the cruise we got coming up December 2nd. It's just really good times for me right now.
It really is. If you're watching on playback, we're going to start talking about what we're about the up and coming hosted cruise in December the 2nd with Chillie, and talking about the incredible first hosted cruise that Chillie and Mr. Bucket List just hosted on the Norwegian Joy, which just looked unbelievable. If you are watching live, please comment, please say hello. That'd be great. And if you've got
What's
any
going on, Mark?
questions,
There's our buddy Mark from up in Canada.
The dancing machine, everybody. He is back.
Yes, he's a dancing machine.
Chillie, do you want to take control of the comments, or do you want me to take control of the comments?
Uh,
I'll take
I
control.
don't care.
You take control, Chillie. You take control of the channel.
I
If you've
gotta
got any
move my
questions,
camera
please
a
ask
little
us. But this basically is really about announcing the next hosted cruise. Hey guys, it's your favorite Canadian here. Hi Mark, how you doing? And we are for North Americans. You know, it does say USA because it's actually based in the USA under USA laws. But we are very much North Americans. That's what we want to do. You know. So hi Mark, Facebook user. Please say your name if you're a Facebook user.
Yeah, if you're on Facebook, you got to drop your name in so
Yeah.
we'll know who you are, because all we see is Facebook user.
So we
And
want to
there's
talk
Mike.
about.
He's eavesdropping. That's okay, Mike.
doing, Mike?
We
That's
allow
cool.
such things.
Of course you do. So what we want to talk about is the next hosted cruise, and then we'll talk about that incredible cruise that you guys just literally had, you just come back from, and what we're looking to do in the next few weeks, in the next month.
Oh,
Hey,
We
Chris.
are bringing solo power, which means great solo deals to North America. It's taken us forever to organize it. So much has gone into this, but we are there. So let's go straight in, first of all, to the next hosted cruise. Yeah, that's what we want to do. And then we'll go and talk about everything else. So the next hosted cruise, and please join this amazing hosted cruise with Chillie. Chillie is going to be your host. And this is the cruise. I'm sure you may have seen it already. It's on the Norwegian, it's on the Escape. Yeah, the Escape, a hosted cruise, the 2nd of December this year. It's a 7-night Caribbean, Chillie. It's a ship that I've always wanted to cruise with. And I've been booked a couple of times. I've never got to go on it, but it looks an incredible ship.
yep, it does. I'm really excited about it.
It's 7-day Caribbean, Chillie. Yep. Great Stirrup and Kay and Cosimo from Orlando and beaches, Port Canaveral. Yeah. And this is what it's about. It's the magical theme parks, the magnificent beaches, blah blah. Enjoy an unforgettable cruise on board Norwegian Escape. This is the ship. I know that many people absolutely love this ship. This is one of the most loved ships from from Norwegian, which is why I so want to do. I've just come off a hosted cruise on the Symphony of the Seas with Fraser at sea. The Escape is one of his favorite ships. It's his first ever cruise. This is the itinerary. Chillie, talk us through the itinerary, please.
All right, we start from Port Canaveral. We got a day at sea. We go to Cozumel in Mexico. Some of you will probably join me for lunch with Elizabeth on location while we're down there. On Tuesday, we go to Grand Cayman. And then
when you go to Grand Cayman, you can go to hell, can't you? You can go and visit
well, you
hell.
can go to hell in Grand Cayman. Yes, you can.
Yeah.
I love Grand Cayman. Then Wednesday is Ocho Rios, Jamaica. Not my favorite port in Jamaica. But then when I've been there in the past, I haven't been able to take excursions. So I might be able to take an excursion this time out of Ocho Rios. That's something to look at. Then we got a day at sea. And then, of course, we go to Norwegian's private island, Great Stirrup Key.
Which is amazing.
I've been there a bunch of times. It's a tender port going in, and it's a tender port that I can tender. So I've done that awful ramp on those tender boats. So that's the map for the cruise. A good Western Caribbean cruise.
Yep,
You know,
absolutely.
pretty
Mhm.
typical.
And a great time of year to do that.
And Pete, I got to point out we've got Mark's with us.
Yeah, I
Christine
want to
was
get to
the
the comments
Facebook
too.
user.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
was with us. Fran's here. Terry's here. So yeah.
It's good
So
to
we
see
got
you all.
we got a gang that that were with us before.
Yep.
So,
And I've heard so many great stories. It sounds like an incredible cruise. It really does. I know that for what people have been saying, they've had just a fantastic time. You guys were amazing hosts. You made such an effort for everybody, which is great. But we need to get to the deal because that's the most important thing. Yeah. The deal. So this is the deal. Basically, I'll go through everything so you know very, very clear. The inside cabin is $1,257.15. A balcony for a solo is $1,618.15. Now, just to be very clear about this, yeah, if you have an inside cabin, you have a choice of 2 out of 4 perks. If you have the balcony, you are going to get all 4 perks. Now, Norwegian do this so well. What are the perks? Well, you have a choice. If you have an inside cabin, you can choose 2 of these. If you have the balcony, you are going to get all 4. First of all, the open bar. Secondly, one speciality restaurant is a perk. Third, the Wi-Fi. I think it's 150 minutes of Wi-Fi. I'm not too sure about that, but
yes, it
it's
is.
Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi's included. And the last one, which is I think the most incredible, apart from the open bar, shore excursion credit of $50. That isn't $50 per port. That's $50 per excursion per port. Now, to be clear, because the way the North Americans work is different to the UK, that you have added taxes on certain things. Now, if you have got an inside cabin and you choose the beverage package, the beverage package as one of your perks, the service charge is $152.66 if you choose that. If you decide to choose the dining speciality restaurant, it's a $10 service charge. The dining service charge for a balcony is $17.80, and you will get the drinks package, which is $152.66. So you're talking about something like just less than $1,800 for a balcony with all 4 perks and the service charges. The only thing it doesn't include is the daily gratuities, which you do on board, basically. Yeah, you can prepay it, but you do it on board. We'll go through that again, but we want to be really clear. So if you you can get this deal for $1,257.15 if you choose the Wi-Fi and the shore excursions as your 2 perks. That's an incredible deal, if you ask me. $1,257 with those 2 perks. The balcony will be near enough $1,800, just less than that, but you're going to get all 4 of these perks, which is fantastic. Inside cabin, as an example, an inside cabin on the Escape. At balcony cabin, I think the balcony cabin. Hi, Terry. I think the balcony cabin is a really, really good deal. To book this, right? Because this is the key thing. To book this, our Passion for Cruises USA team is ready. You can see the number in the tab at the bottom. That is the telephone number to book. There it is again. It's toll free 1-866-631-22314. That is a hotline directly to book with our partners Viva Voyages for our second hosted cruise, bringing solar power to North America. We had an incredible time, the Joy. Chillie are just the best hosts. Mark, what can I say?
Boy, did we pull the wool over Mark's eyes?
That's brilliant, Mark. I'm glad you had a great time. I really am. What another opportunity to cruise.
And
To
Pete,
cruise with
Pete, if
Chillie,
if
yeah?
you don't mind, I want to kind of cut in. So,
Go on.
it is a good deal. So, what I basically just did was, I did a similar itinerary, well, the same exact itinerary on the Breakaway, which is actually the sister ship to the Escape. I did do it solo, and I did actually get a solo interior, so it's a lot smaller than the room that you're offering. I looked up my actual. Now, this is from January of 2020 when I booked it. At the time, this is back when things were a little bit cheaper. Of course, inflation wasn't as big as it is now. At the time, that cruise was $1,500. It didn't come with any perks. So now that you have the inside cabin, an actual inside cabin, not a studio room, which is completely different, plus it comes with perks, it is a good deal. So I just want to put that out there for anybody that's curious.
Yep.
Yeah. And not only that, it's hosted cruise. Now,
That's
what is a hosted cruise? It's having if you've been with Chillie and Justin, you've got an idea, but it's having someone on board who's basically like an anchor, who's there if you need them, who can organize meetups together, who can enjoy the cruise together, who can do excursions together, who's just there, and you can dip in and dip out as much as you want. And the deposit, it's only £125 deposit. And if I'm
Dollar,
correct, the
Pete,
American
dollar, not pound.
Yeah, we don't do pounds over here. Dollars.
We don't do pounds. We're
$125.
dollars. Pete gets confused easily, folks. You have to forgive him.
I've had it. All right. I've got no chance against these guys, have I? But I think the American rules, these are normally refundable. So check that with our wonderful bookers, yeah, who can get you on board. Please give them a call tomorrow and get yourself on board. It's a great opportunity to cruise with Chillie Cruises. December's a wonderful time to go. It really is.
Mhm.
I know the Escape is such a popular ship. It's a lovely itinerary. It's a Caribbean itinerary, and you're going to get so much. What sort of weather could we be looking at, please?
I can answer that.
Me too.
That time of year, you're looking at not killer hot weather, but you're looking probably in the 80s.
Yeah.
Mid 70s, mid 80s.
For Cozumel, Grand Cayman, and Ocho Rios. Maybe high 70s to 80 for Great Stirrup Key.
Mm-hmm.
And, mild weather in Port Canaveral,
Facebook
anywhere
user,
from
what sort of
60
weather?
to 90.
Or the recent cruise would pay a false 9 overnight for 2 nights. Oh dear. Flight costs. Well, obviously, this is booking direct with our American partners. They have the deal. They have a group rate. We have a group rate. We have these prices set for a while. It's only the second time that we're going to get these. We're getting these solo rates with Norwegian. Norwegian Cruise Line are really coming to the party. So that's great news. Good evening. Hi, Christina. Hi, Krista. Sorry. So flight-wise, obviously, you're going to have to look at the flights yourselves if you're going to come from the UK and talk to our partners about how you can do that as well. Is this open to the UK? I'm guessing so. The best bet is to post in the USA group, Chris, and ask them. They will answer. They will let you know, and they will obviously work out an email address. We do have an email address. We need to confirm that with them. So rather than telephone, because I know that Americans have come and booked with the UK, and now we're bringing great deals to to North America, which is fantastic. Justin, you need to join us.
They're fussing at Justin because he's not going to be on this one. I agree. I'd love to have him join us.
I wish I was there, y'all.
You never know. Miracles might. You never say never, do you?
That's true.
We met up with Chillie and Mr. Bucket List every day at 5:30. As Pete says, we can dip dip out if we want.
Yeah.
It was my first solo cruise, and these guys really helped with the total experience. Thanks, Mark. A couple things that I'd like to point out. Norwegian does a better job with one thing, dealing with solos, over any other cruise line. And that's they set up a daily meeting, which is hosted by a Norwegian Cruise Line staff person. We had JoJo, who was, what is he, the assistant cruise director or something? He was on the cruise director's staff.
Yeah, he's a solo cruise director.
And did all kinds of stuff on, did shows and stuff on the ship that he was in charge of. But he was our guy. He would take care of the special requests, like some groups wanted reservations for dinner. Some groups wanted to get in the show. He would take care of doing all that. He set up the one dinner for us, which was for 20 people in Manhattan room.
And you got to see
with
right
3 birthday cakes.
Yep. He took care of it.
Norwegian does that better than anyone else. JoJo tells me, oh, Lord, I forget the guy's name that we're going to have on Escape. But he said he is really good as well.
Oh, cool.
So we'll have a good group that we can join in, just like we did on this last one. So our group of solo cruisers will get together on the first day, and then we'll go to the meeting, whatever time it is.
Chillie, it's such a good point, because it's not just the fact it's a great deal and a great ship, and you have a great host with yourself on board. It's a win-win-win-win, because Norwegian have their hosts. I basically fell in love with solo cruising with Norwegian, doing transatlantics on the Epic, basically staying on board and cruising around the Caribbean that time of year, and had fantastic weather as well, and did those ports as well, which were incredible. And so if you haven't cruised before, or you're nervous about cruising solo for the first time, this kind of cruise is a really magical way to start, because you're going to have Chillie on board, first of all, plus Norwegian do it better than anyone else at the moment. They've always done it. They've always done it really well. Having that host on board is great. And having those solo meetings in the solo studio lounge, which the Escape has, is going to be great. There's so many good things on this, but also you've got so much included. If you've got a balcony, you've got the drinks. You've got the.
I have a couple things. I have a couple things to add on that one.
Go on.
I can't possibly imagine cruising with people with the drinks package. That would be just unfathomable.
Yeah,
is that a word?
I think we need to talk about that. Is it time to talk about our next cruise yet? Because there's a lot of drinking going on, and my goodness.
Yeah. But that's what it's about.
Justin, who normally doesn't drink. Yeah. I've been on a cruise with Justin where he never had an alcoholic beverage.
Yep. Yeah. AKA
he drank like a fish on this cruise.
That's because you got the drink.
Embarrassed me to death.
There we go. There we go. See,
now Terry, however, sat on my lap. That was pretty cool.
Oh dear. So honestly, it really what we're trying to do, this is on our USA channel. As you know, Passion for Cruises in the UK, we have been getting the most incredible deals for solos for the last year or so, and everybody, all our North American members in our Cruises for Solos group have been saying, when are we going to bring these deals to North America? Not just USA, North America. We've been working on this for a long time, yeah? We are here. We are doing it. And not just that, breaking news, this week we are going to start, we'll talk about that in a second. This week, we are going to start posting solo deals in the Passion for Cruises USA group. Not just hosted, just like we do in the UK, solo deals are going to start being posted pretty well every day. We are there. Hawaii, Justin, talk about Hawaii.
I'm excited for Hawaii. One, of course, I'll be sharing the cruise with you, so that's going to be pretty amazing. Two, it's on my bucket list. A lot of people that are in our group knows that Hawaii is one of my last 2 places to visit, and it is beautiful. Talking to people on the cruise has been Hawaii. All of them said it's one of their favorite destinations. So between that, hopefully we can do the Pride of America. So another NCL cruise. That would be amazing. They have a solos program on that ship. I did some research. It's actually a really good deal if we do that ship. But next year, 2024, Hawaii.
Well, update. Basically, it's one step at a time. We as we know, we have teamed up with the wonderful Viva Voyage in the US, basically, and they have some of the most amazing contacts in the cruise industry in the United States and in North America. And we have asked, yeah, we have asked. I'm not. This is the in jokes kind of. We have asked our people to see whether or not we can get a hosted cruise deal on the Pride of America some point next year, April, May, June. It's the bucket list that Mr. Bucket List wants to do. I want to do it. I will come over. We'll join host it. It will be amazing. You never know who else might be on board. You never know. It might even be all of us on board. We have to work that one out. It is not going to be like an amazing deal. We don't expect that.
Yeah,
but if it's a fair deal, we want a fair deal. If we can get a fair deal for solos, we're going to grab it. And we will talk about that. But we are in the process now of negotiating all kinds of potential hosted cruises. Chillie, you need to go for the comments, mate, while I'm just rabbiting on.
Can we address Terry's question? Go up a little bit. So, Terry, the answer is no. I barely got out of bed for the past couple of days. I don't know if you can tell I'm kind of rough right now. It was a great cruise, but man, y'all nearly killed me. You too, Fran.
There you go.
There may have been a few adult beverages occasionally by some of us.
There was one day, everybody, just to be upfront and honest, there was one day where I didn't get out the bed until about 6 p.m. because I decided to drink and try to be a champ like everybody else, and I just can't hang. Between that and my showers, I was just MIA. So
the man takes 6 showers a day.
Wow. You see what it is, guys? This is what it is, yeah? We want you to have a good time. That is what it's about, yeah? It's about helping guide you have a wonderful cruise and making sure that no one is by themselves unless they want to be by themselves. Some people do want to be by themselves, but you can dip in as much as you want to, yeah? Yeah, I'd want a studio room. Well, the thing is, right?
She wouldn't want a studio room.
What it is, to get these deals, the studio room would be more. We can't get a studio room included in a group rate, so we actually got the inside cabins in the group rate, but you will be able to use the studio rooms when they have their solo meetings.
Lounge.
And I was in a balcony and I still sneaked in the studio, to be honest with you, because they've got the best coffee machine on the ship.
So, they popped the door open, so you're good. Don't worry.
Yeah, the door's open. So what is a deadline to put the second? It's a good question, Mark. It's only £125 deposit, I think, if I'm correct, or $150.
$125.
Now,
Mark, I'm thinking 90 days out. So that would be like September 2nd.
Well, it depends how long we have it for, basically, Chillie. I can't answer that, but I do think, Mark, that check if it's a refundable deposit, then it's a no-brainer.
Yeah, it is.
In the UK, we don't get refundable deposits. We're so jealous that you guys get refundable deposits. If it's a refundable deposit, then there you go. I looked it up on NCL Cruise for balcony was 3,000 plus service charges. Yes, that's correct. There we go.
Yep.
Now I am proud to go. Yes, that's what we're trying to do. We're working so hard, and I really hope our American friends will support what we're doing, because the more people that start booking, then the more cruise lines are going to come to us and the better deals we're going to get for everyone. It is, 6 showers. Is that your nickname now? Is it Mr. Justin 6 showers, Mr. Bucket List? Yeah.
Well, the thing is, Pete, if the wind blows from the east, he has to go take a shower.
See, Justin.
If the wind blows from the south, he has to go take a shower.
Chillie. See, Justin was bragging. He was bragging that he had a 6-pack, yeah. But what he meant was it's 6 showers. Yeah,
absolutely. There may be days that he went over that.
Yeah.
And then he's texting.
Oh my God.
Ladies from the shower. Honest, he is.
Oh. Yeah.
I'm not going to mention any names because one
Yeah.
of them might be in the audience right now.
Y'all don't
So-
say
But yeah,
names.
he says, now I'm not sure what was on the text, if it
6
was
showers.
pictures or not.
Chillie's been
6
drinking, y'all. Don't
showers.
listen to him.
So folks, if you got any questions,
I'm
please
like
ask.
this sober, folks.
This is the number. That's the hotline. You can pause to get that number. Please take that number down, because we really hope that you're going to give them a call tomorrow and jump on this amazing hosted cruise with Chillie Cruises. If you can't have a good time with Mr. Bucket List, there's a problem. Let's get 24 rolling. Now, do you know what we're so looking forward to? Yeah, because in the next couple of months, we're going to be announcing all kinds of hosted cruises with different cruise lines. There's going to be solo deals. Please, can I just say to everybody as well,
Yeah, look, Chillie.
the group Passion for Cruises USA Solos, please share it. Please invite your friends. If we can get those numbers up, then the cruise lines are going to come running. The reason we're called Solo Power is we're in the Sunday Times. I will book tomorrow. I really like that time of year. Mark, amazing. Yeah. The reason we're called Solo Power is the Sunday Times in the UK did an article about cruises for solos and Passion for Cruises. Our hosted cruises. We need to go back on that. Our hosted cruises. Yeah, I'm trying to be serious. It's not easy. That we got so many members in our groups that the cruise lines have gone, do you know what? It's not just give these guys a fair deal. Let's give them a great deal. So when the North American cruise side of it is completely different to the UK and Europe, when they see our numbers grow, they're going to come running. So please share the group. Justin, Chillie, I need to stop talking.
Yeah, I just want to say before we get started, thank you, Bradley. I really appreciate that, and so that's the reason why I even started doing this, and this is how I found Cheat and Pilly from Solo Traveling. So it really means a lot to me when I hear that something like that. That's all of our main goal is just to kind of bring solos together to encourage other solos to do it. So between that and going to Alaska, man, that's a really big deal. And Alaska in August, that's like the best time to go. Between May and August, you're set. So I hope we have a good time.
Yeah, absolutely, Bradley. One of these days, hopefully, you'll be on a cruise with us.
Absolutely, yeah. I think you'll fit right in with us, man. We have a good time.
Yeah, definitely.
We, honest to goodness, folks, you can tell how Justin and I are together.
Mm-hmm.
It's just times that about 10 when we're together on a ship. We laugh constantly.
Yeah.
And so does everybody around us. We have a good time.
It was a really good time, y'all. Like, I mean, our ship had some issues that were outside of our control, like missing being late to ports and stuff like that. But even with that said, it was still an amazing cruise. Yeah. I mean, because the people we had around us, like if I was by myself, I would be like, I'm a little upset we're missing port. It just wouldn't have been the same. But the solo group that we had, plus Chillie, and then the solo director we had, JoJo, it was a great time, y'all. Really
it's a great opportunity. If you haven't cruised solo, great opportunity to do it. Please let everybody know, and I really look forward to us going live regularly with the guys, talking about all the hosted cruises that we got coming up, all the hot deals we got coming up. I'm looking forward to our North Americans getting the sort of deals that we get in the UK, which are just staggering. It really is incredible, and I know it's going to happen. I really do. If you've got any questions, please ask us. Please post if you post in the comments of the YouTube or the Facebook in the group, then Chillie or Mr. Bucket List can answer those. It will be a wonderful cruise. I'm just going to go through it all again, just so you're very, very clear about everything, because we want to be completely honest and upfront and tell you everything. We know it's the Norwegian Escape. We know it's the Caribbean. It's from Orlando and Beaches, Port Canaveral.
Mm-hmm.
There she is. I'm so jealous. I want to cruise on this ship. Been booked twice, cancelled twice because of obviously lockdown and stuff. Itinerary, I've done this itinerary. I had a wonderful time. I enjoyed Cosimo. I went to Chichen Itza, or Chicken Pizza, they call it. Chichen Itza, one of the new seven wonders of the world. Yeah. It's an incredible, if you get what an opportunity to go to one of the new seven wonders of the world. Georgetown, Grand Cayman, fantastic. I went to hell. I got my passport stamped in hell. Amazing. There's the map. There's the deal. And if you choose the two excursions, if you choose the inside cabin and you choose the Wi-Fi and the $50 port, $50 port credit, that will give you this price at $1,257. The balcony is $1,618. You get all four perks for the balcony, a choice of two with the inside. These are the wonderful perks. The open bar, which Chillie and Mr. Bucket List especially made the most of. The specialty restaurant is definitely really worth it. The Wi-Fi keeps you in touch, and the short excursion credit. We thought it's $50 per port. It's $50 per excursion.
It is per excursion, and man, boy, does that puts a nice slant on your account at the end of the cruise.
I'm glad you mentioned that. This was the first cruise where I ever had a negative balance over a couple $100 getting off the ship. I couldn't believe it. Usually I'm have to pay, but I actually got a couple of Benjamins back in my pocket. So yeah, it's a lot of good things about those perks. Absolutely.
And the service charges, just to be clear, that if you've got the balcony, it's basically going to be $167, $168 on top, near enough $1,800 for everything. If you've got an inside cabin, obviously, if you choose a beverage package, then it's $152 on top, basically. So it's very, very clear. And there's your cabins inside, which is bigger than the studio. I would be tempted for a balcony. And most importantly, this is how you book. Passion for Cruises, USA Solos. That's the number. Save it. I hope you're going to use it. And that's a highlight of the sort of things that we do on our hosted cruises. That they do a lot more. And I know Chillie and Mr. Bucket List did a lot more. Guys, any more comments?
Well, I'd like to point out, first and foremost, Justin and I, this was the first time we've done anything like this. We made some mistakes. Thankfully, from having such a wonderful group of people in our group, they would point out things to us that maybe we want to do this, or maybe we want to do this, or you did this wrong. But did it not in a, excuse my French, not bitching, but to be helpful so we'll know better next time. And I so loved every one of them for doing that.
Oh, yeah.
And we've got good ideas. We made some changes.
Yeah.
And it was just, it worked out. To me, this is probably out of I've done 86 cruises total. This is probably the best cruise I've done.
Wow.
It's up there for me too. I was thinking about that when I got home, because I had a similar cruise like this, but it wasn't officially a solos group. It was just a lot of solos on board, and it's up there with that cruise, which is ironically on the breakaway. NCL.
Can I tell you why, guys? Because I've been doing a few hosted cruises in the UK. Yeah, it's something about a hosted cruise is magic. We're bringing magic basically to it. It really is. I just come off of two back-to-back, two amazing hosted cruises. One with 160 people on the P&O, and one with about 20 on the Symphony of the Seas. Two completely different sets of numbers and two amazing hosted cruises. They are special. Lizzie Lou, one of our wonderful hosts in the UK, she's just about to host over 200 on the Virtuosa on Friday, which is incredible. So honestly, these hosted cruises, we are learning as well. But we care, and we want you to have a wonderful time. So that's great to hear that, guys, what you just said. We are learning all the time. We just want you to have a great cruise.
I have one last thing I want to say. So I can't make it on the December cruise, but I do live in Orlando, so in the Orlando area. So pretty much, if you all want to hit me up, either I think before or after the cruise. If you come to town early, if I'm back in the town, let me know. We can either do something before or after the cruise, depending on my schedule. if you all want to go to a bar and get some drinks or go out to eat or something like that, let me know.
A bar? A bar?
I'll be drinking water or orange soda, but
after they've spent a week with me, you want us to go to a bar?
If you don't know, by the way, Chillie used to host cruises years ago, group cruises with Carnival, and they named a bar after Chillie because of his bar bill. There's a
Sounds
bar
about right.
on a Carnival ship called Chillie's Bar.
Yeah.
It's true. Yeah, it's true. And again, this is a great opportunity to cruise with Chillie on this one. Chillie, if you don't, I know he's not going to say, but he was recently featured in the New York Times podcast, all about they cruise with him. The New York Times went on board and followed Chillie on board a ship and cruise with him. An incredible podcast, yeah. Just an opportunity to cruise with Chillie with this incredible deals. And thing about our hosted cruises, we don't charge more. We only do a hosted cruise if we can get a great deal. And as it's pointed out, it's over 3,000 if you book it direct. We don't charge. The host comes free as far as what you're concerned is, which is fantastic. It really is. So I'm so excited that we are doing this for our North American friends. I really hope that you're going to book and join Chillie on board. It's going to be fun.
I would also just give one shout out to my accessible community that's out there. Sometimes they watch and don't participate in the chat room, but that's okay.
Oh, that's cool.
Any of you guys that are disabled in any way, shape, or form, I do this to show you that it can be done. So join me.
Yeah.
We'll have a good time. And it can be done, folks. This last cruise, I took 4 excursions, which was awesome. So,
yeah. Absolutely fantastic. Well, Chillie Cruises, Mr. Bucket List, thank you so much. I'm so proud that we are now going live and talking about hosted cruises for our North American friends. Watch the group this week. There will be solo deals. They will start to be posted. Some of them will be decent deals. Some will be fair deals. Soon, you'll see some great deals. I promise you. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Really appreciate it. And get yourself booked on board. And we'll catch you next time. Cheers, Chillie. Cheers, Mr. Bucket List.
Thanks.